God's advice today: stop immediately and pay attention, because God is speaking directly to you through this video. Every moment you spend ignoring the signs is an opportunity lost. This is not just another video, it is a divine call to transform your life in a tangible way. Like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single word. Don't wait any longer. Click on the first comment, listen to the 1-minute prayer, and discover how this product was created to support your spiritual and practical growth. Every moment of hesitation is a chance slipping away, and God wants you to take the lead now. Like, share, and let this message reach others who need hope and guidance. This is the moment for action and faith. Align your heart, mind, and decisions with what God is preparing for you. Change happens when you decide to act, and today can be the first step toward a full, blessed life filled with opportunities. God said, "Beloved son, hear me carefully, for this moment is not the fruit of chance but a sacred encounter between your soul and my voice that breaks the silence to bring comfort and direction. I know that your heart has been troubled. I know the nights when questions echo with no answer. What if everything goes wrong? What if I've already missed my chance? What if someone else takes what was meant for me? I tell you with eternal love, nothing I have prepared for you can be stolen or lost, because what comes from my hands remains firm and secure. Every delay you noticed, every path that seemed closed, was not punishment but deliverance, for there are invisible battles I delivered you from and snares from which I preserved you. Do you feel in your heart the desire for a deep spiritual transformation, not only in your life but also in the lives of those you love? Believe it, when we connect with God with faith and surrender, we open the way for blessings and abundance to manifest in surprising ways. A simple prayer of just 1 minute can become the starting point to renew your mind, strengthen your faith, and prepare your life to receive more peace, prosperity, and hope each day. If you want to learn how to apply this practice in your daily routine and discover paths to live more fully and abundantly, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take on this spiritual journey also supports our channel and the entire team dedicated to bringing messages that uplift your life. Don't wait any longer to take this first step of faith. Click now and allow yourself to begin a journey of spiritual renewal and inner growth. Do not interpret the silence as rejection, but as care, for the timing I prepare is perfect and will not fail. The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. Psalm 138 verse 8. I am not a God who denies, but a Father who prepares. When I say, wait, it is not never, but merely not now. Just as a father keeps his child from touching the fire so he will not be harmed, I hold your hand firmly, guide your steps with love, and keep you until you can clearly see the beauty of all that is already reserved for you. Understand with deep attention, what you thought slipped away was not yours, it was not aligned with the perfect destiny I traced before your very existence. I did not allow you to lose by chance, nor permit your hands to be emptied to humiliate you, but to free you from burdens that, if they had remained with you, would have delayed the fulfillment of the promise. What is truly yours, no one can ever steal, because it does not come from earth but from heaven, and that which descends from above cannot be touched by hell. I have already kept for you blessings with your name written on them, promises that are yours by spiritual right and that no one can invalidate. So that you may be certain of this, I myself created invisible walls around you, closing doors that seemed like opportunities but would have been bonds of prison. That is why I tell you today, Stop living enslaved by the fear of losing people, losing a job, losing time, losing space. With me nothing is lost, everything is transformed. Even what seemed to dissolve between your fingers, I am able to restore in a stronger, more mature, and more glorious form. For when I restore, it is not merely repair but a new beginning that shines with splendor. You are not late, you are not out of time, you are not obsolete. What you judged to be too late was only the scene being prepared for the perfect revelation. And now the time has come, the time of the promise, the time of the miracle, the time of that which I prepared only for you. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. And that news you have been waiting for so long, that answer your soul cries out for in the silent early hours, that breath of change that seemed unreachable, is already being released from heaven in your favor. No human hand has the power to stop what I have already released, no obstacle can halt what has been decreed on my throne. My seal is upon your life, and nothing and no one can prevent you from living the destiny I wrote in eternal lines. Your story will not be marked by defeat, but by a victory that will surprise even those who doubted you. Many will look at your life and ask, how did he manage? How did he triumph after so much adversity? How did he rise so high after so many tears and pains? And you will know how to answer, it was God. He promised, He fulfilled. For your life is not the product of coincidence, but the perfect design of my hands. Every silence, every painful waiting, every step that seemed crooked, all were part of a greater plan to forge in you resilience and unshakable faith. And so you will not forget, remember what is written, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. Your story does not march toward ruin but toward hope, it does not close in despair but opens into fullness. Comment, the Lord has already written my victory, and in it I rest. Son, I saw when you cried in secret, when your tears soaked the pillow and you believed no one noticed. I saw when you held back your sobs so as not to worry those you love. I saw when the pain in your chest became unbearable and you whispered to me, Father, I can't take this anymore. I was there, I heard your voice, and more than that, I wept with you. I am not a distant God, cold or indifferent to your pain. I am Father, and a father feels, in the depths, the pain of his child. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. You will never walk alone, even when your emotions cry out with loneliness. Even in the darkest valleys, my spirit is by your side, whispering, I am with you. Son, understand, every promise has its time, and your moment to bloom has already arrived. No one has ever been able, nor will ever be able, to steal what is yours. Therefore do not let anxiety imprison you, nor allow the enemy's lie to make you believe you have lost. In truth, you are about to receive. When I release a blessing, no power can block it, no force can delay it, no hand can steal it. I myself send angels to protect what is yours, and they work in silence while you rest. So I tell you, prepare yourself, because that which you so earnestly asked for in prayer is closer than you imagine. Do not look at the winds that blow against you, look only to the light I have already kindled on your path. Victory does not come by your strength, but by my faithfulness that never fails. Comment, I wait on the Lord, for he never fails. Stand firm, my son. Do not give up now, because every step you have taken until this point was essential to teach you to depend on me and not on your own strength. I did not lead you to this place to abandon you, but to reveal the greatness I placed in you from the womb. Your tears were not in vain, they were language before me. When everyone thought you were fine, I saw the chaos hidden within you. I sustained you in silence, keeping you from succumbing, keeping you from being crushed. Today I declare, the time has come to trade tears for laughter, anguish for peace, burden for lightness. For it is I who transforms your crying into dance and your lament into testimony. I do not merely erase the pain, I write over it a new chapter of victory and life. Do not fear, what seemed like an end was only the beginning. I am the God who writes glorious endings. Remember, beloved son, your future is not shadow but light. The time of defeat will not be eternal, but the victory I have prepared will be enduring. Even if voices try to sow doubt, hear only mine. You are chosen, you are loved, you are sustained. No mistake, no fall, no loss has canceled my plan for your life. I am always greater than your failures, always stronger than your pains. Everything you experienced, even what you did not understand, was preparation. The nights of loneliness, the days of silence, the weight of waiting, all serve to align your heart with mine. When you look back, you will see that nothing was wasted, for every detail contributed to the eternal destiny I traced. Pain was schooling, silence was polishing, and now all rises to manifest my purpose in you. And now, my beloved son, simply rest. Lay down the burdens you have carried alone and entrust me with your fears, your anxieties, your deepest secrets. I know everything, and yet I love you with an everlasting love. Nothing in you separates me from you, everything in you draws me nearer. You are mine, and because you are mine, no force can snatch you from my hand. Walk in peace, live with courage, for your time has come. The promise that seemed distant already approaches like the dawn breaking the night's darkness. Lift your head, fill your heart with faith, for I, the Lord your God, declare, this is the time of your miracle. Nothing I dreamed for you will be frustrated, and you will yet see doors open before you that no one can close. You will still see opportunities arise that will not come by human effort but by divine grace. You will still see your life become a living testimony of my faithfulness and my love. Yes, beloved son, your hour to live the extraordinary has come. My beloved son, I have seen you when no one else was there to support you. I have witnessed the silent battles you fought alone, the nights filled with tears and unanswered prayers. You are stronger than you know. Even without realizing it, you have overcome trials that would have broken many others. Yet here you are, still standing. You did not give up. You cried, but you did not stop. You fell, but you rose again. You hesitated, but you remained upright, anchored in faith. And today, I come to remind you that every tear shed with faith becomes a powerful cry, and every cry reaches my throne. I saw betrayal when it came your way, rejection that cut deep, moments of being ignored and even overlooked. And still, you sought me. Your home will feel peace, your soul will breathe more freely, and change is beginning to stir. I will lift your face, raise your gaze, and give you a reason to smile once more. No one will understand how you found the strength to overcome, but I know, because I am the one who renews you. Every moment of silence, every pang of loneliness, every weight you bore alone has been part of preparing you to receive what I have ordained. Even as your tears dried, I was watching, and I have not forgotten a single moment. I have seen every struggle, every battle fought in silence, and I have been there before you even knew you needed me. Now, I am opening the first mechanisms of change that will bring you to the doors you have longed for. You may not see it yet, but the movement has begun. It is not an ordinary door, nor the wrong one. It is the one that will lead you exactly to the place I have prepared. Some have entered doors that were not theirs, paths that caused pain, opportunities that misled them. But with you, I act differently, because your heart has grown sensitive to my voice. You are learning to hear me clearly. You no longer move automatically but seek guidance. Those who seek direction from me are never lost. This door will open at the precise moment, neither too early to overwhelm you nor too late to delay your destiny. It is the door that will allow you to flourish, to embrace the purpose I have intricately prepared for your life. My child, understand this, I do not make promises lightly, nor do I act randomly. I am the God who calculates every step. When I move a door, it is because the path is cleared, the ground is prepared, and the environment is ready to receive you. This door may signify a new job, a reconciliation, a healing, a release, a move to a new city, a shift in perspective, or a transformation of your life. You may not yet know exactly what it is, but you sense the change because I have begun shaking what was stagnant. And why now? Because you held on to faith. You trusted me. You did not abandon your faith even when circumstances shouted that you should give up. Your perseverance has created a breakthrough. Your fidelity in the darkness has accelerated the timing. Even in moments of deepest weakness, your soul continued to believe. It is a faith so pure that it resonates throughout the entire kingdom of heaven. Now, as you prepare to step through this new threshold, remember, you are not alone. Every step you take will be supported by my grace. The journey before you is not one to be walked in fear, but with the serene certainty that you are guided in the silence of your prayer. When you lifted your broken voice to me, I was already unlocking the deepest mechanisms, those beyond human sight. My command resounds in the heavens, prepare the way for my child. And the heavens obey. An entire army of angels aligns with my will. What seemed impossible begins to crumble, for a promise I have made cannot remain unfulfilled. The door is about to open, and it will require no effort from you. It will happen naturally, with a gentleness that will astonish your spirit. It will occur at the precise moment when your soul is truly ready to receive and live the destiny I have prepared. That which comes from me never brings chaos but instead brings deep peace, clarity, and a defined direction. The door you thought would never open, the answer that seemed unreachable, the path that appeared irreversibly closed, it is already in motion. I am here to surprise you, to amaze your spirit with the unfolding of my plan. One day, when you look back, you will understand the reason for every delay, every moment of waiting, and every season of silence. You will see that nothing was wasted, that every tear, every sorrow, and every difficulty was a seed planted for your victory. It all worked together to shape the person I knew you could become. The paths that seemed blocked were protections, the hardships were fortifications, the disappointments were lessons to strengthen your spirit. You were never abandoned, you were being prepared. The obstacles that arose were never final, they were only temporary challenges to refine your faith, your patience, and your heart. What appeared to be a closed door was actually a threshold for the one I had already destined for you. And now, the time has come. Every moment of your past has converged to bring you to this point. Lay down the fears and anxieties you have carried in silence. Share with me the deepest secrets of your heart. I know everything, and yet I love you with eternal love. Nothing about you repels me, everything about you draws me closer. You are mine, and because you are mine, no force can remove you from my hand. Walk in peace, live with courage, for your time has come. The promise that once seemed distant now approaches like the dawn breaking through the night. Lift your head, fill your heart with faith, for I, the Lord your God, declare, this is the time of your miracle. Nothing I have dreamed for you will be frustrated. You will witness doors opening that no one can close. Opportunities will arise, not through human effort, but through divine grace. Your life will become a living testimony of my faithfulness and love. Yes, beloved son, your hour to live the extraordinary has come. You are stepping into the fulfillment of a destiny that has been patiently crafted for you from eternity. Comment, I embrace God's miracle and walk boldly into my destiny. My beloved child, today I want to speak to you clearly, because everything you have endured has not been in vain. Every tear you have shed, every moment when patience seemed to run out, every silent prayer you lifted to the heavens has been recorded in my heart. I know the invisible chains that have held you back, the fears that made you doubt yourself and your worth. I know the words that hurt you, the judgments that made you feel inadequate, and the silences that made you believe you were alone. But listen carefully, my child, you are not alone. I am with you. I have always been with you, even when you could not perceive it. Today, at this very moment, I release you from everything that has limited your life. Everything that has caused you fear, everything that has prevented you from moving forward, falls at my feet today. And I do not do this with empty words, but with the authority of my eternal love, which breaks shackles, chains, and invisible prisons. From this moment on, liberation begins within you and will be reflected in every aspect of your life. Comment, I trust in God's grace, my heart is filled with peace. My beloved child, there is a prison you have carried for far too long, painful memories, guilt, failures that are not yours, and expectations that were never meant for you. The Word says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Listen to my voice, for today the burden you have carried for years, that pressure in your chest that seemed impossible to release, will be lifted. No more self-punishment, no more comparing yourself to others, no more reminders of past mistakes that only serve to imprison you. All of that has no power over you, because my grace is greater than any circumstance you have faced. My child, you are called to walk in freedom, to breathe without fear, to live without emotional chains that prevent you from feeling the fullness of my love. Everything that has held you back until now loses its power before the light that enters your life today. I also know of the spiritual chains that have weighed on you, inherited curses, family cycles that repeat, and fears that do not come from me. But today I declare that all of this is behind you. The Word says, so if the Son sets you free, you will be truly free. John chapter 8 verse 36. Today, my child, I break every invisible bond that has kept you a slave to the old. Every fear, every doubt, every pressure that tried to suffocate your spirit will be destroyed. You will no longer walk in fear of loving, fear of trying, or fear of living. The freedom I give you is total and complete. Feel how every shackle falls to the ground, how every shadow that haunted you dissipates, and how a fresh wind fills your life with new hope. This is the beginning of a path that will no longer be stopped by the voices that made you feel incapable. My child, I also know your shoulders have carried responsibilities that were never yours, pains you were never meant to bear, and guilt that does not belong to you. And although you have tried to smile bravely at times, I know there were moments when you only wanted to disappear, scream, or cry endlessly. Listen closely, this is not a sign of weakness, but the pressure of unnecessary burdens. Today, I lift these burdens from you. You will not have to bear alone what is too heavy for you. Every tear, every failed attempt, every suppressed fear will be transformed into strength and clarity. Today, I invite you to surrender everything to me, to trust that you do not have to do it alone. For victory does not depend on your capacity, but on how much you trust me. When you fully yield to my guidance, liberation and peace flow naturally. My beloved child, know that everything you have lived through, even the most painful, cannot undo what I am preparing for you. There is a purpose behind every trial, and a blessing waiting to flourish in your life. The burdens that once seemed impossible to bear will now be lifted and transformed into wisdom, strength, and discernment. You will walk lightly, with a clear purpose, and with the certainty that I go before you. Today begins a time when despair turns into faith, fear into courage, and pressure into freedom. Everything that was dark will be filled with light, and every step you take will be guided by my loving hand. Feel how peace replaces anxiety and how hope is reborn in your heart. Nothing can stop the new life that begins today within you. Comment, I trust in God, my path is illuminated and protected. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.